Welcome, folks, to Edor Nelson Field here on the campus of Augsburg University in beautiful Minneapolis, Minnesota, home of Minneapolis City SC. My name is Nate Morales. Joining me is John Bisworm, and we are here for NPSL Midwest Regional Playoff action. John, this is where it's all leading up to for these teams. Talk a little bit about playoff soccer, especially in the NPSL, and what people can expect out of this big day.
Well, whether or not the teams at home believe it, these are the four best teams playing today in our region. They performed. They made the playoffs. They won maybe their knockout games to get to this stage here today. But playoff soccer in general for the NPSL is a little bit tricky, Nate, mainly because the fact it comes quickly on the heels of your league play, and then all of a sudden you have to figure out whether you're a fan, whether you're a team owner or manager, a player, where you're going to go in the country. For instance, our second game tonight, Carpathia, they played in Duluth, Minnesota on Tuesday, went home to Detroit, came back here for the game today. So you never really know where you're going to go unless you're that number one seed who wins the bid. And that's who Minneapolis City is, and we welcome you to our beautiful city.
Yeah, it's wonderful to have everyone here. It's going to be a big day, like we said. 2 games, one at 4, one at 7. This first game, John, is Cleveland SC versus the Milwaukee Torrent. You are a Milwaukee guy, born and raised. Talk a little bit about...
Not today.
But not today. Talk a little bit about the Milwaukee Torrent and what they're bringing to the stadium.
Well, the Milwaukee Torrent joined the NPSL in 2016. Almost were in the NPSL North for a brief bit, joining us, but COVID, something called COVID, canceled that in the 2020 season. So now they're aligned in the 2021 season in the Great Lakes Conference. They play their games at Hart Park in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. An interesting fact, they did not travel with their Great Lakes Conference All-11 goalkeeper Pablo Ortiz. But as far as how they did this year, Nate, 9-1 on the season, lost their only game to Carpathia, who the Crows see later this evening. 29 goals for, 12 goals against over 10 games. So some really, really good soccer that they play.
Yeah, you and I, we've both been to Tosa. Tosa's a wonderful town.
Yeah, it is. Had quite a few fun nights in Tosa.
I hear that. Lining up against them today is going to be Cleveland FC. Cleveland was founded in 2018 out of the ashes of former NPSL Midwest champions AFC Cleveland. I guess it's not good to not pay your bills, so the NPSL was not a fan of them. Cleveland plays their games in George Finney Stadium, home of the Baldwin Wallace University Yellow Jackets. Are you familiar, John?
Go Yellow Jackets.
Cleveland is a Midwest playoff mainstay. They are the reigning Midwest region champs. This year, last time around, they beat Rochester, and they got a dramatic win in PKs against a Detroit City club that was about to exit the NPSL for higher level soccer. And then they lost in the national semifinals to Miami, which was basically an NASL team biding its time in the lower league before it went to NISA or higher league. That year, John, the championship was between the New York Cosmos and Miami FC. So definitely two teams that were slumming it in the NPSL that year.
Yeah, well, it's kind of difficult if you're maybe a freshman in college playing on a team and you make it to the regional and then you're up against a team that Pele used to play on.
Yeah. Cleveland this year, John, 8 wins and no losses, but they did have 2 draws. They drew to Rochester Lancers in the first week and the Erie Commodores in the final week, and that cost them a top seed, which is too bad. They are a high-scoring team, but even better defensive team. So it's going to be interesting to see how they line up against Milwaukee today.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, folks. Welcome again to Minneapolis for NPSL Regional Final Four Soccer. We're going to take a break here before the teams come out and do our starting lineups.
All right, John, let's walk through the starting lineups for both teams. We'll start with Cleveland SC. Starting in goal is Antonio Gonzalez. Interesting thing to note about Cleveland is they are, I believe they're missing their Great Lakes Conference all 11 goalkeeper here. It's Antonio Gonzalez is one of their backups, so that's too bad. Too bad for them. Defenders are going to be Michael Carrion Jr., number 47. We've got Matias Lopez, number 3. Sam Novak, number 6. Matteo Constantini, number 16. Lining up in the midfield is Emiliano Caballero, number 17. Ian Cerro, number 7. Santiago Tabruzzi, number 19. Jules Pesalon, number 10. And up at forward, I'm sorry, this is the Milwaukee roster I'm reading. Up at forward is number 11, Alexander Filian, and number 9, Malik Manana. So now for Cleveland, sorry, my bad. Connor Cable is their goalkeeper, number 31. Backline for Cleveland is Boban Chanchar, number 2. We've got Corbin McAvenue, number 3. Christopher Savecho, number 16. Smith Pepper, number 4. I'm a Pepper. Are you a Pepper? Midfielders for Cleveland are Alex Naguki, number 8. Janis Schmidt, number 6. Zabalich Wixel, number 18. Forwards are Thomas Beck, number 7, and Vinny Bell, number 9. And the other midfielder is going to be Daniel Koniarzik, number 25. So Cleveland's got a lot of firepower up front with that Beck-Bell tandem. It's going to be interesting to see how they come out today and if they're going to be firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, first thing to note, Nate, is never apologize on the broadcast because people have to listen to you.
That's a good point.
Yeah, this is an interesting matchup, Nate. I mean, they're two very contrasting styles. Cleveland likes to let you get the ball up to Bell, hold the play up, peel off, maybe get those goals inside the 18-yard box. Where Milwaukee looks to maybe move more up as a unit and try to put maybe some high pressure on the defensive line of potentially Cleveland here, and stifle their attack in the back and try to get those early turnovers.
John, Vinny Bell is one of the ageless players on this Cleveland roster. He's been with them for quite some time, and he has always been successful. Former regional Golden Boot winner. This guy is a proven goal scorer, and especially this year with Thomas Beck at his side, they've been able to account for a number of goals between them. I think Beck has 5 on the year. Bell has 7 as the team leader. That's about half of the Cleveland goals this year from that Bell-Beck tandem.
Yeah, I mean, the ageless wonder's right. Like, he'll never tell you how old he is, from what I hear. And why should he? He's still performing at whatever age he is.
That's right.
But I think he's also noted down as the official all-time leading goal scorer in the NPSL. He was the first player that AFC Cleveland, the team that you mentioned, that birthed Cleveland SC out of those ashes, like a dragon.
A phoenix?
Like a phoenix, yeah. And he was one of the first players ever signed for that team. So he's been around a while. He in 2019, when we were in Detroit for this exact Final Four, I think he scored 3 goals in the semifinal in second half and extra time, and brought them into the final over some teams that, were pretty good in that region, like real. Detroit FC.
Yeah, somewhere there's a painting of Vinny Bell that is aging quickly. But for now, he's ageless.
All right, so we're right about to get started here today as the referees make their way out. We'd like to thank some sponsors. If you're out there in this real estate market struggling to compete against multiple offers on your house, the thought you were maybe the one for buyers that come over the top, maybe with deep pockets or unrealistic demands from potential sellers, it's easy to get down on the process. Well, maybe it's time that you let Pence Homes pick you up. From the best tools and technology to complete transparency throughout the buying or selling process, Pence Homes is the top choice for people making or looking to make the move. Pence Homes, a division of Keller Williams Classic Realty Northwest. Visit pencehomes.com. Also like to mention and give a great shout out and thank you to Twin City Orthopedics. Minneapolis City aren't winners by accident. Winners keep themselves in winning shape, and Minneapolis City is grateful to be in the good hands of our longtime sports medicine partner, Twin City Orthopedics. TCO keeps the team properly trained and keeps our players on the field. You too can have TCO on your side with a wide range of specialty services to help you achieve your goal of returning to full health and top performance. Visit TCOMN.com.
Thanks, John. And also, we want to give a shout out to Southside Barber Lounge, one of our amazing sponsors. It's about time you started looking like one of the cool dads fans, the dads that you see out at the brewery with perfect beards, perfect hair, effortlessly hoisting their eternally happy children aloft.
Tank tops.
Yep, totally tank tops. Now you can, probably shirt by Chubbies. They're not a sponsor, but I love them. Now you can look like one of those dads because Southside Barber Lounge has services ranging from basics like your routine haircut and beard trim to those advanced options like that specialty cut or a hot lather shave. If you're in town and you got nothing to do tomorrow, get a haircut. Make an appointment online at southsidebarberlounge.com. They're located right here in South Minneapolis. Thanks again to our friends at Southside Barber Lounge. All right, seconds away from kickoff here, John, as the referees are checking the readiness of the players, and this is it, man.
Playoff soccer, let's go.
We're here. Starting off right back to Cerro. They're going to start playing out of the back. 16, Constantini going wide. Playing back to the goalkeeper, Gonzalez.
I notice, we see quite a few goalkeepers, and we've seen quite a few in our day here in the NPSL. I definitely have to say that Gonzalez is probably on the shorter side of any of the goalkeepers that we've faced.
Oh, man, now that you mention it, that is true. I think Minneapolis City's own goalkeeper, Matt Elder, is not a towering figure in net, but I guarantee he's got a few inches over Gonzalez. This is an interesting choice for Milwaukee, especially against a team that is going to be attacking with such seasoned veterans like Vinny Bell and Tom Beck. All right, Cleveland has now retained possession. They too will play out of the back. There's number 21. Crossing the field. Their wingbacks are going to look like they're playing a little bit higher line. There's Saveco over here on this side. Laying it up. Milwaukee is defending well. Look to be out on number 47. Referee thinks otherwise. Ooh, Novak with the long throw, but it goes right out of bounds. Cleveland now has the ball. Defensive third. Here's 16, Saveco on the throw-in. Up to Bell. Nobody's able to get ahead on it. Novak tries to clear, and that's skied. Bell with the pressure. Cleveland is able to regain. Here comes Milwaukee. Hopefully looks like on a quick counter, but that ball is misplayed. Great job.
Here's an example of that pressure I was talking about that Milwaukee likes to apply, but Cleveland was definitely able to through possession, get out of that pressure.
Mm-hmm. And there's Bell up top looking for him. He's running, John.
That's a big man.
Almost a miffed clearance there, and it looks like Cleveland's able to maintain possession in the attack. Here comes Saveco again. Crosses in.
Vinny Bell. Oh, great early chance on that ball by number 16, Matteo Constantini into Vinny Bell. I mean, if you're Milwaukee Torrent, you had to have done your Savecchio playing that ball into Vinny Bell. If you're the Milwaukee Torrent, you've had to have done your homework on Vinny Bell.
Yeah, I mean this is what we were saying earlier. It's interesting they went with Gonzalez as their starting keeper. Might have had to do with travel schedule, who could make the trip, but still, Bell has easily, from up here, seems to have a foot on that keeper. That's a lot of advantage to have in the box against a guy like Gonzalez. Cleveland with their foot on the gas, back with a throw-in, but Milwaukee's able to foil that. And Cleveland resets on that far side. It's a back line.
The one downside of playoff soccer, Nate, is the first 15 minutes of the game, because each team doesn't want to make any mistakes. Mm-hmm. They want to see what the other team's trying to give you. And if I'm being honest, if I'm a coach, maybe if you flip that script and you just go right at them, you might be able to get the early one.
Yeah. And here's Saveco making that run, cannot keep the ball. That's going to go back for a goal kick.
As if Saveco's having some good space to operate here early on.
Yeah, interesting. feels like he's already put a great cross in. You don't want to let him run wild on that side.
It's wild and out.
It's also with the reset. Interesting that he has to wear the penny today because Milwaukee's goalkeeper kits are unfortunately a little too close to the Cleveland colors.
The exact same color, if I'm being honest, Nate.
Yeah, seems like it. Milwaukee trying to switch the field. Let's see what 17 can do. That's Emiliano Caballero. Off to Pesalon. Cerro plays it up, but that's going into the street. Cleveland ball.
The mean streets of Minneapolis.
One thing that's always funny to me, John, is we know that that's on the other side of that brown border. That's the on-ramp to a freeway.
Yeah, lost a lot of game balls out there.
I always look up when I'm driving past, thinking, at least I'm here for all the soccer games that I know of. But
I never hug that lane when I'm going past the soccer stadium.
It's like when you're driving past a golf course. You always got to be wary.
Good pressure by Milwaukee Torrent here.
Yeah, way to box those guys in. Here's Cerro again. Laying it up, Cerro's supporting. Here he goes.
Able to keep it in.
Well done.
Looking for our first maybe potential opportunity here for Milwaukee, but I think doing the smart thing there, keeping possession of the ball, but unlucky touch there by number 16,
Yeah,
Matteo Constantini.
He's able to run it down, see what Milwaukee can do.
Unlucky giveaway there by number 6, James Smith for Cleveland.
Worth noting, John, temperature today at kickoff was about 94 degrees. It's a scorcher here in Minneapolis. You know it's going to be hotter down there on the turf.
There will be water breaks, Nate, at the 30th and 75th minute. And for folks at home that are watching, if you're wondering why the players are leaving the field before 45 or 90, we're giving them a little bit of a hydration break.
Yeah. Cleveland defending well, but Milwaukee able to regain possession. It's Alexander Fillion, number 11.
It's good footwork to get out of that pressure.
One of Milwaukee's top goal scorers. He's got 6 on the year. And a number of players on this Milwaukee Torrent team that have 5 or 6 goals, which means that there's danger coming from all over the place.
Well, it's very much like our side, Minneapolis City. There's not like one talisman that scored, 10, 15 goals. It's kind of been spread around. And the same thing for Cleveland, too. I mean, you got Vinny Bell. You got number 6, James Schmidt. All guys that can score goals for you and can contribute.
Which is great, which is what you want in a team. Hard to predict the attack.
Good move by Beck.
Very nice, played wide. Excellent defense by Matias Lopez. That's going to be a Cleveland throw-in.
Welcome again to the listeners from Cleveland and Milwaukee. Happy to have you joining us today. I'm John Bisworm, joined by Nate Morales. If you haven't listened to us, we have a podcast. It's called The People's Pitch. You probably don't care because we don't talk about your teams, but if you want to give a listen to maybe our recaps on this weekend, you can head on over to Twitter at The People's Pitch, and you can check us out, and we'll talk a little bit about your teams.
Hopefully your team does well. Ooh, Gonzalez, it looks like he was hung out to dry, and that was excellent defense.
Yeah, by Carry-On Jr. for Milwaukee.
Yeah, bad giveaway in the box. Milwaukee should be retaining possession there, but...
once again, causing the problems in there was Vinny Bell.
Mm-hmm. Cleveland taking their time to get set up.
Looks like our rosters that were provided, shocker, lower league problems, have some numbers here that we don't necessarily have that were provided. So not quite sure who number 22 for Cleveland is taking this kick, but we'll find that out for you folks.
Headed out by Milwaukee, and here's Cerro possessing, trying to get this attack going. There's 11. It's Alexander Fillion streaking down this near side. Cross over to him. Oof.
That's an unlucky ball.
Yeah, tough angle for Fillion to take that shot, but that was a really nice counter.
Who played that ball in? Was that Cerro? Ian Cerro?
That wasn't Cerro. Cerro gave it away or passed it off. It might have been Caballero there.
Caballero to Bruzzi. For me, I would have liked him to maybe hold up play a little bit because the numbers were definitely not in Milwaukee's advantage right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Caballero down that far side, John. And that nice cross into Fillion. To Bruzzi. With our games and our playoffs, first yellow card. Leg went a little high. for Santiago Tabruzzi, and he is served with a slice of cheddar here in the 10th minute. Not something you want when you're Milwaukee and you're going to be defending quite a bit.
Well, one thing we learned when we were talking to Midwest beat reporter Fletcher Sharp on the People's Pitch podcast this week was that Milwaukee is prone to getting in the referee's book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Milwaukee's a little aggressive.
Oh,
hey,
yeah,
Jinx.
hey.
They're not afraid of it.
Vinny Bell gets
Vinny
a head
Bell
on
with
it.
the header. Gonzalez.
Great save by Gonzalez. I think he had that one covered all day, but once again, look at the danger man, unmarked.
Mm-hmm.
Completely unmarked.
Did a great job jumping right in there, did Gonzalez. John, he's a Milwaukee native, homegrown product.
20 years old, I believe.
Just a young gun. He's currently the goalkeeper coach for local.
Great ball into number
Milwaukee
7,
club.
Cerro.
There's Cerro again, going for that cross. There's the
Cable had that covered.
Yeah, Cable is a. If you describe how you describe Gonzalez, I would say Cable would be the polar opposite. Really, really big, really imposing figure in that box.
Voted Rust Belt Conference Best 11. William Woods University product holds a record for single season shutouts for that college program and career record in saves as well.
Yeah, Pony Archdick advances the ball forward. We're over here with Wixel. Wixel's looking for someone to put in. There's Bell, top of the key.
Great save.
Oh, amazing save by Gonzalez and some nice secondary defense by the Milwaukee backline. John, you ever been to William Woods University?
No, I have not. But look at Vinny Bell's definitely going to want that one back.
Yeah,
For a guy who's
as
highly touted as he is as a goal scorer, you'd write the checks to the bank on that one.
That's for sure. I think he hesitated a little. He needed to just rip that thing.
To go back to your comment, Nate, I have no idea where William Woods University is.
It's in Missouri.
In Missouri.
I've had a couple nice visits down there.
Nice.
Yeah, really nice school. They only recently, as of the early 2000s, allowed men to be at the school. Former women's only university.
Pepper with the ball in.
Oh, and Bell was coming in at that far post, but well defended by Milwaukee Torrent.
Looks like captain number 2 for Boban Chanchar for Cleveland. Speaking a little bit to Pepper there about maybe varying up how they're doing corner kicks. So that's 3 corner kicks they've had so far, all going to Vinny Bell. Maybe trying to change it up a little bit next time.
Yeah, a little predictable. Milwaukee tries to clear, but Cleveland is up for it. There's Chanchar gaining possession and resetting. Alex Naguki looking to advance the ball.
Overcooked that one just a little bit.
Over to the Milwaukee bench, and there's another street ball. So nice for Milwaukee to get a breather here.
We're
trying to build something for
We're 12
themselves.
minutes in, Nate. What have you seen so far from these two teams?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Milwaukee is either being forced into or just interested in coming at Cleveland on that counter, willing to or being forced to absorb that pressure of the Cleveland attack.
I think for Cleveland, it's been a lot of the pressure coming from the outside in, looking to find Bell. Had a couple great early opportunities, but not really looking to do a ton through the middle.
Yeah.
When we talked about them in the early onset of the broadcast, a lot of their play does come through Bell via the holdup, and we haven't seen that yet today.
That was exactly what I was about to say. Really interesting that what we've been told is that Bell is kind of the target man who will be able to lay it off or take it himself. And so far we've been out wide, especially through Chris Saveco.
Yeah, Constantini. I'm sorry.
Saveco.
Yep. You can tell we know nothing about these teams.
Yeah, I mean, here's Constantine. We tried to keep it color coordinated for ourselves, but this is a little difficult.
Yeah, and we totally forgot about that.
47 down there, Michael Carrion Jr.
Picking up
fouled.
that foul.
Nice. Let's see what Milwaukee can do on this ball in.
Milwaukee has some big bodies. I mean, I would say that Cleveland's a little bit larger in stature than Milwaukee, but there's quite a few that could potentially get on the other end of this.
Yeah, Malik Manana himself looking tall and able. One of Milwaukee's leading goal scorers as well. I believe with 6 on the
touch. Is that Pepper on the unlucky touch? Yeah. Power knee. Love it.
Hardest part of the body to control a ball off of, John, your knee?
Yeah, I'd say so. Maybe head, actually.
All right. Carrion looking for the 1-2.
Good tackle.
Closed down. Cerro just having one. Why not? Not anywhere close.
It's early.
Yeah. Left-footed, though.
Yeah, absolutely. He looks to be, so far, the danger man for the Torrent. I'd say, like, within the first 15 minutes here, a lot of the plays gone through him. A lot of the plays also gone through number 10, Jules Pacelon. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Didn't get the phonetic spelling from the club. But, yeah, those two guys finding Filion and then number 9, Mignana up top is really where the dangers come, but not a ton of danger, Nate.
No, not yet. I think that was probably the...
Good flick on by Bell. Back was almost in there.
Was in the shot close, and it wasn't close. Ooh.
Good step by number 3, Mateus Lopez.
Yeah, he did the splits there. Cleveland's got the pressure back on.
You do things like the splits when it's 94 degrees out, Nate, and you're all limber, all nice and warm when you walk out of the car.
Mm-hmm. Bell getting the quick restart going.
Good tackle.
And then goes in to cause chaos, but looks like Milwaukee...
I like the no call there by the referees.
And there's Captain Chancher back. Able to deal with that counter easily.
Good first touch. By number 21. Hey, pronounce that?
Koniarczyk?
Koniarczyk. Koniarczyk?
You can say.
One of those two. But great first touch, however you say his name.
All right, Cleveland throwing here, or no, Milwaukee throwing here, I should say. As is typical with some of these short notice tournaments, John, I mean, Minneapolis City just found out a couple days ago that they were hosting, so the ball kit situation is a little thin.
Yeah, it's getting sorted out. I think they're starting to come.
Yep.
Got some interns helping out. Thank you, interns.
Really lucky to have a good group of about 15 interns this year that are making the game day experience as smooth as possible for Minneapolis City.
If I'm the front four for Milwaukee, I'm a little disappointed in what we just saw there from Constantini. Just trying. I understand he was trying to clear the lines there, but if they would have kept possession, they did have numbers up, and what we've seen early on is that they don't get numbers up.
Yeah.
Which again, we talked about in the onset that they're the team that tries to apply that pressure early in the defensive third, and we haven't seen it. So maybe an opportunity to keep the ball there. Great flick by Bell into back.
Oh, excellently defended by Novak. But Cleveland's still coming. There's a ball in. Gonzalez easily is able to handle that. Long throw out to Alexander Filion. Trying to play Manana on, but...
Speaking of places we've probably both been, Nate, Novak on that defensive play. 2015 graduate of UW-Whitewater. I've spent lots of time at UW-Whitewater.
Have you? I think I swung through Whitewater once on what was a long weekend brewery tour of Wisconsin. Spent a little more time in Stevens Point.
Yeah. The old Blue Golds, or whatever they're called.
What are Whitewater? Isn't
oh, great step.
That was nice. Here comes Cerro, like you said, one of the more active.
Not getting numbers up.
Yeah.
Like having to do a lot individually.
Yeah, on that attack, Manana, who's one of the more dangerous attackers, decides to drop back. But here comes Filion.
Oh, great rip.
Almost. Left-footed shot just wide of that far post. And Cable is thanking the soccer gods on that one because he didn't see that coming. Nonetheless, reset. I like this guy, Filion. He's a German native, John. Spent a little time. You're going to have to pronounce this to me. Pronounce this for me. Bayersdorfer?
Bayersdorfer SV out of the Landesliga Nordost.
As a guy who's played in Germany, what is that?
It's a regional league. It's very similar to what you're seeing out here. Maybe it depends on the team you're playing on in that league. The top-heavy teams in that league are the ones that maybe have an affiliation with a Bundesliga team from like an academy perspective. But it's definitely a developmental league that's in the lower tiers.
Sure. Filion, 6 goals on the season for Milwaukee, and again one of those dangerous attackers.
He just looks the part.
He does. 17, Caballero able to gather, and let's get this attack sprung. Yeah, Manana was offsides on that, but It's nice to see that they the attack seems to be flowing as a team here, John, instead of just Cerro gathering the ball and trying to do something with it and get the team going with them.
What you're not seeing and why you see Manana maybe offsides there is the speed of play and getting the numbers forward, like we mentioned.
It is hot, but you gotta show up.
It's less than 20 minutes in. It's not hot yet.
Nah, I suppose that's a good point.
You're not cramping up just yet.
Yeah, they've been out there warming up. They're used to it
Yeah.
at this point. Like you said, loose. Over to Novak.
The Warhawk.
Matteo Constantini, the war.
Just going to call him that the rest of the game.
Sure. Ooh, a little high.
Mignana definitely calling for feet there.
Yeah, no need for that.
From Constantini.
Well done by Caballero to try to track that back. And there's Pacelon. Pacelon's playing a little less forward than we had expected. But I think that's a little bit by necessity. Well done. Feels like even when Milwaukee can disrupt Cleveland's movement, Cleveland is able to gather the ball and start it up again.
Unlucky. Not probably the best decision that Thomas Beck has made today.
Just to throw that foot up there.
No, just to play that pass in.
17, here comes Caballero down the
But
far
again,
side.
no numbers up.
Yep. Decides to take the shot.
Off the
John,
post.
that is in.
And we have our first goal, folks. The danger man, Ian Cerro, with the rebound off of the post.
That was, I would say, I mean, you can agree, against the run of play, but amazing for Caballero to spring that attack forward. And like you said, here comes Cerro.
A great individual shot.
Just right place,
hey,
right
look
time.
Look what I found. I found the game's first goal.
Excellent work by Milwaukee on that counter in the 21st minute, 22nd minute.
I mean, defensively, a complete letdown for Cleveland. Numbers up, only 2 Torrent players within anywhere near the action, and those two combining for the goal. I mean, you would have liked to see Connor Cable maybe make a little bit of a better effort on that. He kind of let it go across his body, thinking it might be going wide. Clearly it didn't, and then was it Cerro? Cerro found a gift.
Yeah, and that's
the
the second or third shot on the day that has kind of gone for that opposite post on Cable that he's just watched.
Yeah. So interesting to see what the response will be now for Cleveland. Are they going to amp up the pressure? Oh, great dummy from Vinny Bell. Still sorting out the numbers, folks.
Yeah, that number is a little iffy. 22, right? Or is that the guy we're trying to figure out?
22, I think we
Smith
found.
Pepper.
That's Smith Pepper. But number 3 in the center midfield is Corbin McAvenue.
Oh.
Looks like he's in there for somebody. 21's in there. 6 is in there. I'll just throw him in the middle.
That's tough. So, John, Cleveland's got to answer here, and their attack so far has been, I would say, fairly melodic, right? They've got their plan. They're lumping balls in from the wings, and
good team shape though by the Torrent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to counter that goal with a little bit of out of possession. This is the style of play that I thought we were going to get out of Cleveland. That possession focused, looking to move the ball around, trying to find the different areas of attack, instead of what we saw in the beginning of the first half, which was a lot of individual play, a lot of long ball to the corners.
Interesting. I mean, Banana held that up, but Cleveland only had one defender between him and net. They were pressing a little higher up. I think if Milwaukee can take advantage of that, there might be some more goals in this game.
McAvenue on the ball right now is definitely a player he's kind of had space to do what he wants with it. kind of, finding those pockets in behind the front three of the Torrent.
Yeah, McAvenue is a senior right now at Southern Illinois Edwardsville. That's the Missouri Valley Conference. 2 goals in the season.
McKenna's in.
Nana's got it. And
just didn't.
Could not pop it on target. Just wide.
I mean, good, a really good track back by James Schmidt there.
Yeah, Nana had to do something with that quickly. Running out of space, but he'll want that one back.
The back line of Cleveland, for me, needs to kind of get it together. They're not necessarily running into a flurry of attackers coming at them. It's been 1, 2, maybe 3.
Exactly.
And it's 1-0.
Well, that was what I had just mentioned, right? Like, Manana was one-on-one in a previous situation, and they were still almost in danger. You're wondering what this higher press or this higher line is doing for them. So far, not much.
Great individual play.
That's Caballero again. Manana on the back post, can't get to it. He's going to maintain possession on this near side. Carrion Jr. is in for support. And Manana, offside.
Yeah, offside. So sad. Just waiting for the ref to raise the flag.
Yep.
He ate his lunch offside there. 25 minutes in, folks. 1-0 Milwaukee Torrent, the 2nd seed in this 4-seed region, over Cleveland SC, who was, I believe, the 4th seed?
Cleveland dropped to 6 year, John, I believe.
Okay. No, 5th seed.
Yeah, no, number 6 seed in the country. Cleveland punched their card to this regional playoff by beating Pittsburgh on Tuesday 4-0. Pittsburgh Hotspur, really.
If you watch that game, it looked like Pittsburgh didn't even want to be there.
You just got to appreciate the creativity naming the club Hotspur, John. But yeah, Cleveland punched their ticket to the Midwest Regional Playoff.
Good pressure by Milwaukee.
With that 4-0 victory. Again, only 2 draws on the season for Cleveland, so this is something they're not used to.
They score goals.
They do.
It's just a matter of time. They're going to figure it out. This game's not going to go down 1-0.
Oh, no.
Great move by Beck.
There's Beck trying to put it in, maybe a heavy touch to Bell, but
you got to shoot that if you're Beck.
Yeah.
He did all the work to beat 3 guys.
Yeah, I think one touch too many, and went soaring.
The counterattack from Milwaukee on all of their opportunities, it hasn't been on anything that they've won as a collective unit. It's all been on letdowns on the final ball from Cleveland so far.
Yeah, and Caballero on that far side has been doing a really nice job of advancing the ball, maintaining possession, and now he's
slow to get up.
That's not what you like to see. There we go. Just taking a breather.
Now it's hot out there, Nate.
Now it's hot. We're almost a half hour in.
Yeah, almost half hour in, almost getting to our first hydration break.
At this level, it's not something you're thinking the players are doing, but you ever get out there, Johnny, you start clock watching when you know that it's
absolutely
hot as heck and you got 3 minutes left and just please can I get there? Cable with the punch.
Good fist. Cleveland's slow to get out of the back. Milwaukee has numbers up, and you can see
there's Novak.
The Warhawk.
The central defender putting a cross in. Nice boot by Cable, but I guess trying to get to Beck.
Here's the thing. Cleveland picks up the second ball, and 2 of their 3 attackers are just jogging up the field.
Yeah.
That's where you got to get on your horse. The referee calling a foul there.
It's been a while. Pretty clean play for most of this first half ever since that yellow card in the 10th minute.
I think that yellow card by the referee established what the game was going to be. We're not necessarily going to be out here, screaming through players, but letting them play physically. But that one was a little over the top. So I like that from the referee, setting the tone early so you know what limit to play within.
Yeah, for sure. I love to see it. Yeah, I love a ref.
I don't love to get it. I don't love to get the yellow card. Yeah. Where you're trying to walk that delicate dance on the razor blade for 80 minutes or so. But it's good to understand what rules the referee's going to apply today.
It's like out on Cerro.
If it were me, I might not have given a yellow there, but I would have a stern talking to.
Yeah, I mean that was first incident of probably a high boot.
as a player, I love getting that first one in.
just to squeak one by and
Yeah.
let the opposing team know that you've got it in you.
I mean, you really got to do something extremely brash
That's right.
to get that early yellow.
Nice ball. Little too far for number 16 there.
Gonzalez quick off his
Sebeco.
line.
Yeah, that was interesting. He could have just let it run, but he wants to maintain possession, keep the clock, or keep the play going, and reset on his own terms. For everything we said about him, we're pretty impressed by Gonzalez so far, John.
Yeah, I mean, he's really only had that one test on that early header. You know, the one that Vinny Bell wishes he would have had back at the 6-yard box. Didn't really do anything to put Gonzalez to the test, but you know, it's he hasn't been tested. You know, just that one opportunity, and it wasn't really a strong header.
Yeah, he's looking mobile. There's Boban Chanchar resetting play after that foul. Cerro ran straight into Checo or Sebeco.
McAvenue has turned over now 3-4 times in the middle.
Here's Fillion. Cerro not quite able to get there, but
Oh, bad clearance.
yeah, poor defensive play. And here comes Carrion Jr. trying to put a cross in.
Yeah, if McAvenue just limits one touch, I think that the speed of play will help him, and then he'll be able to find maybe the feet of Benny Bell, maybe maybe Beck streaking on the outsides, maybe number 6 James Schmidt on the other end.
Carrion looked like he surprised Cerro there with that touch, but Cerro was able to do something with it. Cable, unfortunately, right there. Unfortunately for Milwaukee. It feels like
Again, numbers not getting up.
yeah, the feel of the game has shifted, John, and it almost reversed. Right now, Cleveland is struggling to maintain possession. They're not getting their numbers forward, where Milwaukee seems to be bossing them a little bit.
It's just making that decision a little bit quicker. And I know it's difficult to say as we're watching it than when you're on the field. But these are high-level soccer players. At some point, someone, for both teams really, is going to have to step up and say, oh, great black heel by Vinny Bell. Someone's going to have to say, we got to speed things up a little bit because we're losing the ball. Right there,
like
again,
right
is another
there.
example.
Yep. Also, Bell advancing the ball down the right wing is not what you want to see out of your target man.
No. No, you are correct, Nate.
15 minutes to play, and it seems like we're
It's going by fast.
Running a little late on this water break, but that's okay.
And we're going to the 35th minute.
Sebeco not making that run.
Well, I don't think he was going to get the ball. I mean, the opportunity to switch that out and go the other way. Oh, here's our hydration break. The opportunity for, who was that? What number was that? Number 18. Wixel had the opportunity to put the ball the other way where Cleveland had numbers, and he decided to go back into the trouble, which you don't really want to necessarily do. The ball just came out of there. But going into the hydration break, folks, 1-0 Milwaukee Torrent over Cleveland. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back after this hydration break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're on the other side of the hydration break in this NPSL regional Final Four matchup, semifinal matchup, versus Milwaukee Torrent versus Cleveland SC. 1-0 to Milwaukee Torrent on an early goal by number 7 Ian Cerro is what the difference is right now. And it looks like we're going to get the restart going here by a Milwaukee throw-in deep in their defensive end.
John, 10 minutes to go in this first half plus stoppage. Impressions so far?
It's pretty slow. It is. And,
yeah.
And that could be the heat. It could be, like we talked about, both teams trying to feel each other out. I was expecting maybe quite a few goals happening in this first half. We're not getting that right now. We still have 10 minutes to prove me wrong. But for me, the big thing is 2 offensive players, maybe 3 for Milwaukee Torrent, is beating a 5-6 man backline for Cleveland.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we had talked to our friend Fletcher about the other night is it felt like Milwaukee had been a second-half team, whether that meant in the past over this last season grinding their opponents down, maybe coming out and deciding that they need to step it up and getting a little more physical in the second half. But here we see Milwaukee not needing to do that so far. I mean, just a couple speedy attackers and they can beat this Cleveland back line, which is not a good sign so far.
Yeah, there's plenty of time for Cleveland to figure it out. And there's some veteran names on this Cleveland roster, and we might have an opportunity right here to figure it out.
Amazing ball forward to Beck, and Gonzalez is way too far out. And can 19 catch up?
Oh,
wow,
unlucky. Beck kicks the backstop there. Really great individual work. I mean, Gonzalez shot off of his line. I think maybe surprising Beck a little bit, but he was at least able to get something out of it in the corner kick.
Yeah, I mean, Tabruzzi also tracking back as fast as possible, able to put Beck off of that shot or off of that recovery.
That's a disaster moment for Milwaukee if that goes in.
Yeah, Gonzalez proving himself mobile, proving himself to be at least making some correct decisions or decisions that work out. Whether they're correct or not is up for debate.
So let's see what happens here as this is the next kick from what we talked about last time, where maybe not going to Vinny Bell here is the option.
Yeah. Gonzalez able to get in the crowd.
How did he find that?
Yeah, I can't believe it. Able to punch that free.
It was like he went through guys instead of over the top of them.
Hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do when you're a keeper in the crowd like that. Cable again coming up this near side. Looking for Saveco, but he can't do anything with it. And here comes another reset by Cleveland. Feels like Milwaukee is happy to generally sit back a little bit and absorb some pressure, knowing that they've had success on the counter and they've looked dangerous. Bodies are tangled. We've got a foul. Beck looking for the quick restart.
If I'm Beck, you haven't had a lot of opportunity to get guys forward here. Now use it.
Yep.
But they did go the quick restart into Bell.
That was supposed to be Bell's bread and butter, John.
The hold-up play, yeah.
The hold-up play.
But the Warhawk, Novak, with a good step there.
Yeah, here comes Novak again.
Good tackle by McAvenue.
I think we're seeing a little more movement, and I like it. Here comes Saveco down the near side. Another cross in. Bell's back there, but well cleared.
Oh, unlucky first touch for Schmidt there.
Novak not afraid to get advanced a little bit. It's back to Matias Lopez.
Cleveland came out of the hydration break with a little pep in their step.
That's right. That's what you like to see. Lopez looking for the throw. On the far side, you see Carlos Cordoba, John, Milwaukee coach, animatedly speaking to his team. Boca Juniors legend is what you're telling me.
He's been there before. Yeah, played for, if you haven't heard of Boca Juniors, Google it. He's played there since the age of 14, clearly at his age not playing there anymore, but had some very good opportunities from a coaching perspective after he left. Was an assistant coach for the Dallas Burn, now FC Dallas with the rebrand in the MLS. The head coach of the Miami Fusion in MLS, and then now made his way to Milwaukee. So we have a foul here. And Nate took a sip down the wrong pipe there.
I was just about to say wrong pipe.
Don't worry, I got you, buddy. Thanks. So the referees are trying to back up the Torrent players here. Looks like Pepper and number 22 Smith Pepper and number 6 Giannis Schmidt on the ball here. Very dangerous position on the corner, slightly outside the box here for Cleveland. If I'm Cleveland, I'm not keeping 2 players back here to worry about the counterattack. I'm throwing McAvenue in here and potentially closing some ground here for the second ball.
Yeah, I agree. Three guys on or around the ball there with Coney, Archik, Pepper, and you can hear it. Oh my gosh.
Dude, take a break, man. It's okay.
Pepper is the guy that has been throwing the crosses in.
That one would
or
be
the corners in.
That one not his best.
No.
But some of the corner kicks have been fantastic.
Back to McAvenue to restart play.
There you go. Starting to get it back, Nate.
Yeah, that didn't take long. Got to get that. Gotta get that mute button, the cough button, John.
Yeah, the dump button.
Mm-hmm. Nice ball.
Great ball into Schmidt.
Played well. Schmidt looking for Wixel there, but Milwaukee Torrent was all over it.
That was a tired ball right there. I mean, the idea of where he put it, great. However, maybe picking the head up, looking to see if there was anyone that he could actually pass to there.
Yeah.
Short corner.
Again, played into the back post where Vinny Bell would have been waiting, but cleared well by Santiago Tabruzzi.
Pepper jogging over to take this one again. Looking to make up for that last free kick. Raising an arm to the sky, indicating some sort of set piece play here.
Body's on the ground.
Another corner.
Cleared again, another corner. They're going to make Pepper run all the way back.
Nah, I think Schmidt's going to take this one. Guy needs a break.
Giannis Schmidt is a sophomore right now at Cleveland State University. Another guy played in the German youth leagues who came up through Germany. Wiesbaden. Wiesbaden, all right.
That's where my parents lived.
Oh, for real?
They're over there, yeah. The big air base in Wiesbaden. That's where my dad worked for the military.
Amazing.
I'd say hi, Mom and Dad, but they are not watching this game. They're going to be tuning into the second game of the doubleheader today, which is Minneapolis City, your #1 seed in the region, taking on 6th seed Carpathia out of Michigan.
Yeah, that's a 7 p.m. kickoff.
Now let's get some numbers up here for
Almost.
Cleveland.
Wixel trying to get tricky with that back heel. And here's
Beck.
There's Beck trying to make some noise. Well defended.
A little too much.
Closed in by 3 Milwaukee Torrent defenders. Kind of a half long ball, half clearance. Cerro can't get a hold of it, and Cleveland is still on the attack.
That's a tough ball for Beck to handle there.
Yeah. Again, Cleveland seems to. Oh, here we go. Oh, are they going to call that? Right outside the box. Bell turns to run the net, and he's tripped up by Novak, who served a yellow card for the effort in the 43rd minute. You got to assume Bell would have been on, even though that touch might have felt a little heavy.
Can we get another replay on that? There we go. Let's see here. I saw the foot get stuck in. Great touch there. I mean, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, touch looked a little heavy before the trip, right? It wasn't the trip that caused the heavy touch. So
here's how I break that down, Nate. I don't think that Novak got enough of Bell to warrant the yellow card, but I also think that the first touch of Bell, he was never getting to that. I think that they're talking to the sideline official here, maybe potentially reversing this call.
Double checking on positioning, you think, John? Or
I don't know. But for me, looking at that replay again, for folks watching at home, the first touch, fantastic, opening up his body. Going past the second, and I don't think he ever got touched, unless the shoulder tripped him up. But Vinny Bell's to get to that ball, he was never going to get there. So that's a tough one.
Yeah, you can see the referee being very particular about where this ball is being placed. This is about as close as you can get without it being a PK.
What's going on here?
And now we're
coaches screaming at coaches.
The referee's going to have to go have a chat with the bench.
Big shout out to City legend Timmy Wills sending me a text watching this game from whatever city on the planet he's currently living in.
He's out there in Virginia now, isn't he?
Yeah, he said we're going to take this one to VAR. We didn't have the budget for that one. Sorry, Timmy. But we miss you, buddy. Next time you're in town, look us up.
Still something to get sorted out over there on the bench side. Coach is having a discussion. I'm going to put that in air quotes with the officials.
I mean,
I'm sure.
I don't understand what all the anger's about there. I mean, one, it wasn't a malicious challenge.
No.
Two, I understand it sucks because it's right on the edge of the box here. But there's a lot of referee chatter going on. Nothing been handed out from a disciplinary perspective to each of the coaches. But the fourth official,
yeah,
is definitely talking to them. Maybe there was something said by a coach to an opposing coach, but who knows, Nate? We're up here behind the bulletproof glass in the box at lovely Edor Nelson Field in the home of Augsburg University, summer home of Minneapolis City, permanent home of the Augies.
Yeah. A lot of times those coaches on the far side, John, they like to have an assistant yell for them.
Yeah, let them get bucked. So you have your two spot kick takers in Pepper and Schmidt on the ball here. I mean, you got a guy who probably has a howitzer for a right leg in Vinny Bell with the opportunity here to maybe just put your foot through one, maybe go that route.
Yeah, I mean, Gonzalez, again, given his stature, is this something you think you can get past him with
it's a
little bit of finesse, but he's incredibly mobile.
It's a tough position to get up and down over the wall here.
And there's Constantini laying on the ground just in case they want to sneak one under after the jump. Up and over, and that is through the uprights.
We call that, Nate, is much to do about nothing.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot of setup for a misfire, John.
Like I said, it's tough to get for any player. You know, not slighting Smith Pepper there. It's tough to get up and down over the wall.
Yeah.
But looks like we got some caution and a red card for a red card for Lewis Dunn, the head coach.
Dunn issued a red card right at the end of the first half here, John. We're about 2 minutes in to extra time.
All right, now this game's starting to get some stuff here, Nate. So apparently, you have to believe that if I'm writing the story here from the booth, probably said something. Coaching staff's got into it, kept going.
Yeah, kept going.
Was told
stop.
Yeah, was told maybe let it go.
Might have had a few profanities thrown over there. And Lewis Dunn is beside himself.
And poor intern CJ just standing there trying to escort this guy out.
Please, sir, come with us. Great time to point out that Lewis Dunn, John, was the Rust Belt Conference 11 head coach, honored by the voters as the top coach in the Rust Belt Conference, and now he has to take the walk all the way around.
That
the
bench
field.
specifically, Nate, is not kind to coaches of the year because remember in 2019. From Med City.
Yes, in the playoffs, Med City's coach
got
coach of the year, given a red card in the playoff game. Minneapolis City goes on to win that game.
Yeah.
It's Lewis Dunn taking a long walk. He's an Urbana College grad. I think that's in Illinois. He played, John, another one close to home. 6 minutes of added time, by the way, we're just being told. Another narrative that would have been close to home for you, but here he goes. Played for the Dayton Dutch Lions, and you spent some time in Dayton yourself growing up.
Yeah, born and raised, man.
Yeah. He's recently coached at Lake Erie College, named as the head coach this year of Notre Dame College, John. That's the Falcons.
Not the Irish. Falcons.
And there he goes.
So is that the spark that Cleveland needs to kind of pick it up here?
I don't know. Is that how it works in soccer, John? Like it sometimes does in baseball, where the manager gets thrown
like the technical,
just to fire the team up?
The technical foul by the basketball coach. We'll see here. Good recovery touch there by McAvenue, but Schmidt with an unlucky back pass to him on the 1-2. And Milwaukee is streaking. Matthias Lopez with the centering pass. Ooh. And Connor Cable able to eat that one up. Fourth official indicates there's 6 minutes of added time to this first half.
That's a big one.
I would say it's probably warranted. No injuries to speak of, which we'd like to see, but that whatever you want to call it with the referees and Lewis Dunn ticking up some time.
Quite a delay at the top of the 18-yard box, of course, to get that free kick taken, and then Lewis Dunn taking a long walk to the locker room, where he'll be watching us on the stream now.
Yeah, pull it up. The ice rink's a lot cooler.
It
That's
is.
where the locker
It's
rooms
really
are
nice.
here
It's
at
really
Edor
nice in
Nelson
there.
Field.
I don't know, John. What do you think?
Bad giveaway. What do I think about what?
Red card. If you're going to get a red card, isn't it best to get a coach that gets booted instead of a player?
But when you bring 4 players for your bench, yes, yes. Short-handed, definitely don't want to be losing any potential players. Good tackle,
Nice tackle
by Wixel.
The Torrent fans, there's 2 or 3 incredibly supportive supporters.
Yeah, he's got the face paint on,
Yeah.
got the goalkeeper gloves on. I don't know why, but has them. Oh, great step by Schmidt.
Yeah. Trying to spring back. Schmidt is on,
Schmidt's
and Gonzalez did not come out. Let's see what Schmidt can do.
Oh,
Ooh, tries to chip Gonzalez, goes a little high.
I'll give, we talked about Gonzalez's height. I'm going to throw that comment out the window.
Yeah.
What he makes up for in his stature is he is incredibly quick off the line. That opportunity there should have been 1-1.
Yeah.
He came off the line and closed down Schmidt relatively quickly there, and then it saw Schmidt having to try to go for something a little more spectacular in trying to chip the keeper.
Going back to some comments we've made, right? Like positioning, really good.
Great turn by Beck.
Mobility, really nice. Here comes Beck.
Oh, unlucky.
Novak again. Yeah, of that back line, Novak has been all over the place, John.
Oh, McAvenue with a good recovery there to slow down play.
Caballero, nice touch. Trying for the 1-2. Can't get there, and Cerro tries to get it back for the Torrent.
Oh, unlucky by
bad
Bell.
touch by Bell. That's too bad.
That's the moneymaker for him right there, that hold-up play.
Here comes Carrion.
Great ball.
Switching the field into Manana.
Not going to want to play with it here.
Tony Archik trying to maintain possession back there and find an
Smart.
outlet. There he goes.
Really smart. Some good aerial challenges.
Yeah, this Cleveland team, just at first glance, looks a little bigger
Oh, great.
than Milwaukee.
Great
but
move.
There's the foul.
It was a great move by your first half goal scorer, Ian Cerro.
Cable ready to restart. Directing the team. Let's see what Milwaukee could do in these waning seconds of the match, and there we go.
There we go. Looks like we added an extra.
Or waning seconds of the half.
Added an
I should
extra
say.
$1 to that
Yeah.
that stoppage time at 7. So 1-0, your Milwaukee Torrent in the first semifinal of the Midwest Regional Final Four in NPSL playoff soccer action. I'm John Bisworm. This beautiful voice next to me is Nate Morales. Lots to unpack on this one, but we're going to take a quick break, and we'll get back to you shortly.
Welcome back to Edor Nelson Field, home of Augsburg University and the summertime home of Minneapolis City SC. I am your announcer, Nate Morales, joined by John Bisworm. And we have been treated to a lovely first half of playoff soccer here in the NPSL Midwest Regional Playoffs. Milwaukee Torrent currently leads Cleveland SC by a score of 1-0, coming off of a beautiful goal by number 7, Ian Sarrow. As the players return to the field, John, and we think about getting started, I got to say, Milwaukee has done an admirable job of a number of things. First is making
sure a goal.
First is just being right place, right time. Ian Sarrow was there for a rebound off a shot that went off the left goal post, and he just popped it right back in. Here we go. We can see that on the stream. Bing, there he was.
Like I said, look what I found.
The second thing that Milwaukee has done a great job of is being able to absorb the dangerous attack of Vinny Bell, number 9 for Cleveland, and Thomas Beck, number 7. Anytime Cleveland is starting to look dangerous in and around the attacking area, it feels like 2, 3, sometimes 4 Milwaukee defenders are there ready to dispossess and restart that counter.
I think for me, there's 2 narratives. One, we'll start with Milwaukee for me. Milwaukee doing a lot with a little from an attack perspective. I haven't seen them, which I thought was going to happen, is getting the players forward, putting that, applying that early pressure in the defensive third for Cleveland, maybe getting that turnover, and having numbers up. Instead, what we're seeing is they have maybe 2, 3 tops players on the counterattack that are getting forward. They were able to score a goal, which brings me to my second narrative for Cleveland, against a 5-man backline. So if I'm Cleveland, I'm not happy about the fact that I gave up the game's only goal when I absolutely had the coverage back.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that we saw is for some reason, despite the number of defenders that Cleveland should have back, they're pushing those guys forward quite a bit, and Milwaukee is getting some chances, some dangerous turns, potentially one-on-one. Now, the additional narrative of this first half is Cleveland head coach Lewis Dunn sent off near the end of the first half with a red card. Not sure quite what was said on that far side, but it was enough after a lot of discussion between the managers and the coaches, a lot of debate and some yelling. It was enough to send Lewis for a walk, and that means Cleveland now is without their head coach for this second half when they have to come from behind. Not a great position for Cleveland to be in.
Just got word from our sideline reporter that it was Lewis Dunn kicking some materials around on the sideline, not happy.
Oh.
And I assume he wasn't just kicking, he was probably saying a few things.
Yeah.
But here we are. Don't quite know what the assistant coach's name is, but next man up, dude.
Next man. We're switching sides here, and you can't kick our signage, Pence Holmes. Can't kick them. Substitution for the first, right at the start, we're looking at Tony Dollenfeld coming in place of Alex Fillion for Milwaukee Torrent. I'm going to flip this right now. Tony, number 23, another dangerous attacker for Milwaukee. So where Alex Fillion was able to, over the course of the season, score a number of goals, I think 5 or 6 for the Torrent, Dollenfeld, similar amount. Scored 5 goals on the season. He spent 2 seasons at the University of Tulsa before he finished up his college career at Belmont University.
Switching Tulsa, Oklahoma for the beautiful... Where's Belmont again?
I was holding my breath.
Nashville, Tennessee. There we go. Nashville.
He knows where Belmont is.
Yeah. And we're underway here in the second half. What do we feel, Nate, that Cleveland's got to do here?
I think Cleveland has to. I mean, if Vinny Bell and Thomas Beck and that hold-up play and that distribution is their game plan, I think they have to get balls to Vinny, and I think Vinny has to assert himself up there. I think there was one early chance where he made a turn and was tackled just outside of the box, tripped up just outside of the box.
With all respect to Vinny Bell, what we just saw there, hitting him into space on this fast Edor Nelson field turf, not probably what you want to do, but the idea was right.
Yeah, exactly. I think if Vinny Bell is going to post up as that false 9, or is he not false 9, but he's going to post up as that target man, what we're going to need to see from Cleveland is guys like Beck, guys like Schmidt moving forward with speed, so that Vinny has a place to distribute to, so that he's just not the only guy that looks dangerous.
Well, I thought he had some great play in the first half, interchanging with Beck. Mm-hmm. But Beck also has just kind of been on an island out on his side and having to do a lot individually to make something happen. And we talked about it. It was all a result of the fact that Cleveland's kind of back 6 was not getting up into the supporting play when the ball does go forward.
And by back 6, you mean, of course, some of those deep-lying midfielders are just not making upfield progress. There's another quick yellow card to start the second half. Is that going for? Looks like it's
number
going
6
against Schmidt. Schmidt.
46th minute. 47th, 46th, whatever. It's around that time period.
We saw this ref earlier make a statement in the 10th minute, giving Santiago Tabaruzzi for Milwaukee Torrent a yellow card, just to make sure that tempers stayed tamped down. Hopefully, this is exactly what he's doing here at the start of the second half, is We know that tempers are probably high after Cleveland lost their coach. We need to make sure these players stay disciplined so this game doesn't get out of control. Torrent trying to switch the field, but denied.
It looks as if we have a tactical substitution, potentially going 3 at the back for Cleveland as Smith Pepper, number 22 for Cleveland, making way for Admir Soljevic. Soljevic? We're going to go with?
We'll go with it.
Soljevic.
Yeah.
Number 10, moving on and immediately slotting himself up top. So the decision tactically made to move some more players forward.
Well, and there's Soljevic right now kind of getting stuck in the defending third.
Oh, unlucky first touch.
Yeah. Sarah was in for a second, but really nice idea from Milwaukee on this attack. And here they go, regaining possession, retaining possession. Number 17, Emiliano Caballero looking to switch and come over to the near side. That's Matias Lopez, who's done admirably down here on this right back position. Playing Manana up, but Lopez is offside.
I hate that when that happens as a player, where you're like, God, I just got to play it faster. He was onside when I looked at him, and then by the time my brain went to my foot, I made the pass. He was offside.
Here's Beck restarting quickly for Cleveland. Errant pass. Not sure if he was going for number 18 on that one, Wixel.
And Schmidt needs to be careful. He just picked up the yellow card.
Yeah.
This is going to be his last talking to.
That's the end.
We saw the ever so popular 2 fingers in your face by the ref and then immediately going outward.
No more.
That means no more.
No more. Meanwhile, the painting on the wall in Vinnie Bell's castle gets older and older every day while he stays the same age, young, virile, full of energy.
Great individual play.
Again, very impressive by Caballero. He's put some nice balls in. He had the assist, or the, I guess, missed shot that rebounded into Cerro for the goal. He's doing a really nice job on this right side.
I want to give a quick shout out. Some celebrities watching the match here.
Oh, for real?
Joe from the Lower League E Cup. Hey, Joe.
Oh.
How you doing? Thanks for joining.
Fans, if you're into esports, and especially FIFA, you will appreciate the Lower League E Cup. John and I have had the opportunity for 2 years now to do some commentary, some esports commentary.
Yeah, it makes my mom proud when I tell her I do esports commentary.
I mean, talk about confusing your parents and trying to explain to them what you do. my mom can't explain what my normal day job is, and then I'm telling her I'm moonlighting as an esports commentator. Oh man, old people get confused.
Great
so
first touch
easy.
by Bell.
Vinnie Bell able to maintain, and then he almost fall. Turf Monster gets him. He's able to recover.
Back in there. See, now this is what I like from Cleveland. How many numbers did they have forward then? Almost, they were still at 1-man disadvantage up there, but they did have more than 1 or 2 players in the box.
Yeah, well cleared by Tabruzzi, big guy back there, but you're right. Cleveland did look dangerous for a second, and here they go. Going to put a cross in. We're going to put a corner in. This is Jonas Schmidt lining up over the ball. Taking his time. Vinnie Bell back post as usual. Ooh, they went front post though.
Interesting.
Could not make anything of it. Who was that? Alex Naguki, who was trying to get after that near post.
It's all about the Naguki.
Like you. Amazing. Like you said, John. Though, Cleveland has to.
Great. Vinnie Bell's in. Oh, his first touch let him down. You got to hit that, Vinny.
I think that's a number of first touches today that Vinnie Bell has not done well with, John, and that's something that he's not known for. He's known for being able to be calm, cool, distribute,
and
or
scoring
score
goals. Yeah.
Yep.
Had one inside the 6-yard box. That one, I mean,
should have banged it.
He had the window, but with some strikers, not just at this level, but just in general, they like to maybe beat the guy the second time when all you got to do is just put your foot through it.
So. Something that's a little more. Here's Caballero again down this right side, cross in. Wow, that was Dolenfeld who looked really dangerous making that run.
Cable again just kind of rooted on his line there.
Yeah, did not seem interested in coming out for that. Did not seem worried about that cross at all. When he had Dolenfeld coming right after him, ready to meet the ball with the boot.
Oh, another no more for Caballero. Apparently the sideline official saw something there.
Interesting. That's not a guy that Milwaukee wants to lose over the course of this game.
No, he's been super
dynamic.
dangerous, super dangerous. And everyone on the Milwaukee bench, except for the guy who got subbed out, is moving right now. So maybe some potential substitutions coming here.
Stretch it out, get warm. 94 degrees here, John, but with the cloudy skies, very overcast. Doesn't feel super hot down there.
My devices are telling me it's only 90, Nate. So
well,
these guys need to stop complaining and play some soccer.
Still going down there, when I took a little break to get some Zambezi biltong, which are like South African beef jerky. They're so good.
If you're not from Minnesota, go online and search Zambezi biltong and order some. It's fantastic.
Amazing. It's Zambezi, and a biltong is Bil.
Beck's in.
Tong. Here comes Beck. Wow.
And we have a penalty.
That looked
absolutely. Beck got the turn. And this could change the whole complexity of the game. But anyways, we were overshadowed by that play, by the fact that Zambezi biltong is fantastic. If you're a beef jerky fan, just go buy a box of it.
If you're a Cleveland fan, you're mad that we're covering up your penalty call with the Zambezi biltong sponsor read. But I will tell you, I mean, Beck looked in, and I think it was that last little foot-to-foot contact that put him off his shot.
Do you know who was it? Number 47.
Yeah, that's Carrion Jr.
Carrion Jr. I think Carrion Jr. made the bad move there. I think that the touch to beat him was a little bit heavy.
Yeah.
But now we have number 10, Edmir Soljevic, on the ball. The substitute coming in.
Going to make a difference here.
53rd minute.
Gonzalez doing all he can to psych him out.
All the claps.
Up, up, up.
And it's 1-1, folks.
Buried.
That went in, right?
It seems to have. That took a goofy bounce. Oh, the ball you saw pop up was behind the net.
I thought that went in.
That was a bit of a magic trick. Some illusions, John.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're at 1-1. Milwaukee Torrent.
That's a great pen. That's a great pen.
Yeah. Well taken.
We saw a lot of penalties on that side last weekend.
We did. Here at Edor Nelson Field, the Minneapolis City UPSL squad was in the Sweet 16 in the UPSL National Playoffs. Went to penalties against Iowa, the Iowa Raptors, and amazing enough, Minneapolis City was able to pull it out with two amazing saves by high school goalkeeper Ben Schliemann. Substitution coming on now for the Milwaukee Torrent. We've got Simon Fabricatore replacing Matteo Constantini. Number 14, Fabricatore, looking to add a little extra to this Milwaukee attack, maybe.
The only note we have on Simon there is he spent one season at Adams College in Colorado.
Yeah, I mean that's a place I'm not at all familiar with.
Yeah, did not know it existed. Great recovery by Gonzalez there. Again, the speed off the line.
Yeah, really unlucky for his team to have given up that penalty because he was doing well to maintain that clean sheet.
In the second half, Nate, the script has been flipped.
That's for sure. Back to Caballero. He's got some space. There's Lopez streaking down the right side. And that is played directly into the Minneapolis City supporters section who have come out to watch these games.
And they're giving him an earful.
Hey, they worked hard on those flags.
You almost broke our flag, dude. Keep it in play.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here comes the yellow.
And that's a double yellow. And the Milwaukee Torrent is down to 10 men.
That's a second yellow for Sam Novak.
The Warhawk has been sent off.
Unfortunate, John, here in the 57th minute because Sam Novak.
Look at the replay here.
Let's get that again. Sam Novak has been amazing.
Yeah, that's a foul from behind.
Yeah, he went in pretty hard right from behind.
And again, it's another silly challenge where you're within 4 or 5 yards of the touchline. What's the guy going to do with it when he gets the ball? Why put yourself in that position?
Yeah, I mean maybe a little too overzealous there from Novak, given that Milwaukee.
He's a Warhawk, man. He only has one speed.
Milwaukee's done an amazing job of swarming their opposition and denying them long bouts of possession, but now down to 10 men.
I don't know why he's walking that way.
Just giving up a goal.
He's going to be asked to completely turn around and walk the other way.
Yeah, the locker room is 180. He maybe has to get his bag.
Intern CJ is just having his hands full, walking people out of the stadium. And it's only game one, Nate.
I know. What more can we ask for? Hopefully a little bit of the same in game 2, but not on the home side, hopefully. We're going to go red card on Sam Novak there in the 56th minute.
And that changes things quite a bit. Now Cleveland scores the goal. Now Cleveland has a man advantage.
Yeah. What kind of adjustments is Milwaukee going to have to make, having added some, hopefully some attacking power just a second ago? Now they're going to have to figure out.
Well, I think they took off one of their danger man in Filion.
Yeah. Well,
so
that was, Dolenfeld for Filion. Would have been nice to both of them are dangerous, but this new. Now they're going to have to make another adjustment potentially.
And we're going to have 48 minutes of stoppage time again.
A lot of discussion down here. Oh, yep, because they got to wait. Sam Novak went to have a quick drink of water before.
You know, it's hot. I'm cool with that.
I mean, we
do have water on this side, though.
There are drinking fountains in the locker room.
Bubblers.
Bubblers, as they say.
Since we're talking about Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Get it right, Nate. All right, we're in play here. Schmidt also on a yellow card. Vinny Bell.
Ooh, can't quite get there.
I mean, I don't condone dirty play, Nate, but I would just stand on Vinny Bell's foot on all restarts.
Some of the stories you tell me about
don't let him go anywhere.
What happens in the box on corners, about the jostling from around free kicks.
Yeah, there's a lot of shenanigans goes on in that box.
It gets serious.
But I mean, the Torrent unfortunately is going to have to go away from what they had set up for in the second half here, being down that man. Oh, that's a nutmeg. That's a $1 fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, they've shown they've been dangerous with 2 or 3 players up top. So
that's true.
Why the heck not? Maybe they will get another one. But at least the narrative's changed here.
You love a little excitement here in the Midwest Regional Playoffs, John.
Oh, that's a bad foul.
Rough tackle.
It's a bad foul. And this is what Fletcher was telling us about when the chips go down from Milwaukee. It tends to get
physical.
It goes up to 11.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. I mean, that's part of the game, right? But they have to be very smart about it because they are down a person. And the last thing you want to do with a team like Cleveland, who has shown quick restart.
And here we go, Cleveland.
With Cleveland has shown that on restarts, that one was quick. Mm-hmm. Their other ones, they found some of their danger man in the air. You might not want to be giving up those fouls within 30, 35 yards of your goal.
No, not at all. So tactically, we'll see what Milwaukee does, John. Santiago Tabruzzi also on a yellow from the 10th minute, all the way back in the 10th minute. He's a big guy, so he might be able to drop back and defend a little bit. Milwaukee still could remain dangerous with 2 danger men of Manana and Dolenfeld up top.
Goal kick.
Corner goes out through the box, almost untouched.
I mean, hopefully the home fans are treating Novak to a tasty beverage in the stands while he's watching this one.
Well, there are easily 3 Milwaukee fans that have made the trip.
I think
so. Maybe they can welcome him.
I think it's just 3, to be completely frank. Hey, it's better than 0.
Again, Cleveland looking dangerous.
Well, now Cleveland can empty the tank
and
try to go at this because they can always sit back.
I mean, this is what you want when you are a team at this level, right, John? Is you've got this man advantage. You can put, like you said, you can empty the tank. You can put
this
the
is
pedal
what
to
you
the metal,
don't want
whatever
from
metaphor,
Cleveland.
whatever metaphor you want. Yeah, you don't want to give the ball up for no reason deep in your midfield.
Call that a shot on target where I come from.
Just because the goalkeeper touched it?
The goalkeeper touched it. That was a shot on target.
All right.
60 minutes gone by in the 61st minute. This game has been turned upside down as not only has the Cleveland SC coach been sent off, but Novak, the central defender for the Milwaukee Torrent, on the heels of Cleveland's equalizing penalty kick, sent off as well and down a man, now searching for a goal.
Yeah, John, do we have that number 14? Yeah, there's Fabricatore out there. There we go, my bad.
And we have another substitute coming on. Let's see what our sideline folks are giving us here.
Yeah, so the shape indicates, of course, that Santiago Tabruzzi has dropped back into the central defender role with Fabricatore. Coming on now for Milwaukee Torrent, Flavio Cruz, number 4, replacing number 47, Michael Carrion Jr. So Flavio Cruz's number 4 is going to go potentially out on that left back role. And here comes Cleveland looking for Beck. Overcooked it. Can Beck maintain?
He'll keep it in, yeah.
Oh, yeah. and then he's got some support coming up.
But again, the numbers aren't forward. You're up a guy.
Yeah.
That's a dumb foul. Here's the other thing that we haven't talked about, Nate, is when you're coming off the travel for these types of games in the playoffs, you don't necessarily have at your disposal in low league soccer all of your weapons.
No.
So you're looking at Cleveland bringing 15 players. You're looking at the Torrent bringing around 19. Now you've lost one for a potential final.
Yeah.
And now you're having to put in some players that maybe you were resting to try to come back in this game.
Yeah,
Same for Cleveland.
That's a great point that people would forget, is that there is the final, Midwest Regional Final on Sunday at 1 p.m. So winner of this game goes on to play that, of course. And would it be Milwaukee, they're going to be without one of their starting central defenders in Sam Novak.
Yep.
Would it be Cleveland, they're going to be without their head coach. This is nice. Nice move by Wixel.
He ran out of ideas.
Yep, that was it. Able to maintain possession, though, to Koniarczyk. Over to Beck. What can Beck do? Trying to play into Vinny. Looks like the Magic has let Vinny Bell down today.
I mean, that's a tough pass. What's he going to do with it? If he got it, what's he going to do with it? If I'm Cleveland, I'm spreading this out and I'm moving the ball, and I'm okay with keeping large bouts of possession to tire the Torrent out, save your legs,
yeah,
and then open it up and then get your goal instead of just they have their pedal down right now, and that might not be the best idea.
Yeah, go side to side, see what you can get out of it.
Yeah,
right. You've got plenty of great wing play between number 6, Janis Schmidt, and number 16, Christopher Sveko.
Well, and you
Wixel.
save the legs of one of your best players in Beck, who's just constantly going forward every time he gets the ball.
Yeah.
Like, keep it for a little bit, maybe 5-6 pass combos, move the Torrent around, open up that space, and then get your goal.
McAvenue on possession has not been amazing, but I think he's fully capable of being able to be that. Oh, there's McAvenue back on defense trying to boss Caballero off the ball. Caballero went oof. Once he was on the ground, he went at him with an errant foot. He's lucky that didn't connect.
This is what I was talking about.
That could have been his second card.
No need to step on the pedal here.
No.
Get your numbers forward.
Slow it down. There we go. Giannis.
There you go. And look what it's done.
Mm-hmm. Suljevic.
The passing triangle's opened up, and now you have a better opportunity to put the ball in the box.
Ball across.
Great
Gonzalez.
save by Gonzalez.
Think that was going in far post, John, or you think that was a cross meant for the attacker?
I don't know.
Hard to say from up here.
Whatever it was overcooked.
Unlike a Zambezi biltong, John, those things are always cooked perfectly and cured expertly using South African secrets. There's McAvenue.
I liked what McAvenue did in the first half. We just talked about that speed of play and that extra touch.
Yeah.
Now he's out at the left back. I think he's the perfect type of player you want out there in the game scenario right now.
That's nice.
Possession-focused player, played in the midfield.
There's Cerro, had a fistful of jersey from Zabolovich Wixel.
And now with the man advantage to have someone at the back who has the ability to he's a midfielder.
Yeah.
Good on the ball.
Can distribute,
can get forward. Because the Torrent right now aren't throwing many bodies forward.
No.
And they're making another sub. So it looks like the bench is starting to get a little bit drier.
If it's your first foray into NPSL action, you should know that teams are allowed to carry an 18-man bench or an 18-man squad into a game, which means 7 on the bench, right? You can make all 7 substitutions. Milwaukee did not travel with 18 men, so...
Traveled with 19. But they did save some players for a potential game tomorrow, or Sunday, excuse me.
Do you have the info on that sub, John?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
You can call the action, I'll get it.
All right.
Do your job.
Do your job. Back to Naguki. There's Koniarczyk. McAvenue again, trying to go out wide to Beck.
That's what we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Even if Beck got that ball,
what's he going to do with it?
He wasn't. Yeah, exactly. When you had players in the box, you had some players checking forward. The Cleveland, is it assistant coach or owner or manager, general manager, whatever his name is, whoever he is, needs to calm his team down.
Yeah. So in from Milwaukee Torrent right now is number 15, Josiah Velos, replacing number 10, Jules Haselon. Josiah Velos potentially a late addition to the rosters. We don't have a lot of information on him, unfortunately.
We didn't get much information at all, to be honest.
But replacing Pacelon, also a late addition. So like for like sub there, as far as we're concerned. Two guys we know nothing about. If you're his parents, tweet at us, let us know. McAvenue again on the left. Moving inside very nicely, maintaining possession. Milwaukee not interested in challenging.
Smart.
New addition, Josiah Velos. And there we go, side to side, right? Now he's just going to kind of amble back. We've got Josiah.
Force Milwaukee into having
Force
Milwaukee into having a better press. It's pretty disjointed right now. The pockets of space are opening up. Oh, back unlucky there.
Unable to maintain
the pockets of space are opening up for Cleveland when that second and third pass is made.
Yep. I guess the answer is Cleveland seems to have, or the question is, John, Cleveland seems to have some nice possession. They're doing acceptably, moving the ball forward. Milwaukee has not been threatening getting the ball past midfield at all. What's the answer for Milwaukee here? Down a man. How do you win this game?
Playing for Pens.
You think so? Defend as hard as you can, play for Pens.
Not yet, but it's getting there.
I don't know. I mean, we've got a half hour at least of extra game if we do go to full 90, plus 20 more minutes. 50 minutes of soccer to defend and hope to avoid a goal is not how you go about a game.
Yeah, well, you know,
we've seen crazier things. We're approaching that 70-minute mark, which we were told was going to be the water break here.
Hydration break,
yep.
Yeah. I mean, we saw Cleveland come out a little more energy after that first hydration break. You know, we might be in a situation here where we're going to get some free soccer, which would be great.
Yeah.
But I know Cleveland definitely wants to. Well, both teams want to make sure it doesn't happen, but right now, Cleveland has the upper hand as long as they don't make any bad mistakes. And right there, McAvenue making that mistake as Mignana really was in there. A better ball finds Mignana. And Cleveland just needs to sort out their shape, sort out their possession, and the game almost comes to you at that point. Instead, they're forcing the action right now, and they're tiring themselves out.
Ooh, Manana with the bad touch, looking for his man to make a run.
If I'm Cleveland, their substitute associate head coach or whatever you want to call him now, the guy in charge, I'd wait as long as possible as I can, getting into that 80th minute, maybe 85th minute, and then just empty the bench and go after it.
Yeah. You want to, I mean, like you've said a number of times on our podcast, John, the last thing that an opposing team wants when they're out of gas and they've got nobody to give them a spell is to see fresh legs, fresh fast legs coming on that they have to defend, right?
Yeah. And Milwaukee has made some substitutions in the back line, which I think is smart to kind of counter that.
Yep.
But still, like, just go for it, man. Hey, that's a good ball. Unlucky.
Yeah, I mean Milwaukee has a couple new players on that back line between Cruz and Fabricatore, but Tabruzzi, Lopez, both been in the entire game. So that would be the avenue I'd want to attack. But that was kind of a slow roller.
Mm-hmm.
Torrent were able to catch up to.
I keep forgetting
there's back to Velos.
There's a whole nother soccer game after this. Can't wait.
I know, amazing. Minneapolis City versus Carpathia up next. Lopez holding up play, doing a really good job of just giving his team a breather, it seems.
And it's supposed to start at 7, but
we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. Again, Velos switching the field.
Great step.
That's too bad for Milwaukee. So here comes Cleveland.
This is smart.
Yeah, take it slow. No need to pounce that and then jumped on that counter and then
McAvenue made the wrong decision there. He's recognizing it.
Yep, he knows. And that's kind of what we talked about, right? Like the last
Well, with that possession-based style of soccer, you can methodically move up the field, 3-5 yards with every pass. And you can kind of, we've seen it in the NPSL North when teams like to sit back on you. You do that, go ahead, put up the wall, build the bunker.
Yep.
But we're just going to keep the ball, and we're going to tire you out chasing those 5-10-yard sprints, those 20-yard jogs trying to get back the ball, and it opens things up.
Yeah.
Milwaukee with some great possession here.
Yeah, there was 23 Dolenfeld.
And we have an offside. I see a bunch of Minneapolis City's supporters section, citizens, across the street at the park, starting the tailgate early.
Why wouldn't you?
Love to see that.
Well, they expect the game to be over in 20 minutes. We'll see how that goes. John, some really nice play on that build-up, though. I think if Caballero, if Cerro, and Dolenfeld can maintain that moving forward, even Velo's helping out.
Here's the situation for Milwaukee. You can't waste that because that's not going to come very often now. Now that you're down the guy.
True.
It was a good tackle by Savecchio, but you definitely don't want to mess up those chances. Make the right decisions. Even if you just keep the ball, it's better than trying to force something, because you're not going to get a ton of guys forward.
Yeah. It's worth noting, John, there's Beck with the...
Oh, good move.
That was nice.
I've been impressed with Caballero this match.
Absolutely.
Cerro and Caballero, both of them from Milwaukee, I thought, coming into this match, were people that we kind of put an asterisk next to, but they've definitely performed.
Cable with the big boot looking for Vinny Bell.
Into Beck.
Plays it on to Beck. Beck looks on, but looking for something to do. Uh-oh. Oh, Vinny Bell with the hard shoulder. A little bit of retaliation there.
Just bodies on the floor.
Tabruzzi did not get the better of that challenge.
I mean, that's a big dude who you just went full speed into.
Yeah.
That hurts.
And again, Tabruzzi is one of your two larger defenders you've got on the field. Talk about asserting yourself if you're Vincent Bell. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what you needed to do. Is
if you're the referee here, Nate, do you just call the hydration break? Seeing we're 45 seconds away from it?
Yeah, I guess why wouldn't you? But
you're still going to add time on, but that guy ran into what you might call a brick wall.
Yes, there were a couple of hard challenges there. No whistle, though, from the referee.
Good to see the
injury.
Good to see the Crows, Minneapolis City, taking in this match just below us here. Get all the boys out.
Yeah, acclimate yourself to the temperature. Take a look at potentially either one of these teams will be their competition on Sunday if Minneapolis City goes on to win tonight. Really great to see Gibby down there.
Yeah, Matt Gibbons.
Matt Gibbons watching from the sideline, serving as a ball boy. One of our Minneapolis City.
That's a ball
players.
man.
Ball man, exactly. That's a ball man. That's a ball man with 5-inch inseam shorts. Not afraid to strut.
No, it looks like we have gone to the hydration break. Smart move by the referee.
Yeah, absolutely.
So 75 minutes into this game, Nate, tied 1-1. Cleveland equalizing in the second half, then going up a man.
Yeah,
So
looking to make that difference with 15 minutes left in this game. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the remaining action in this Midwest regional playoff game for the NPSL.
Hydration break, folks. Live here at Edor Nelson Field on the campus of Augsburg University. I'm John Bisworm, joined by Nate Morales. 77 minutes into this first semifinal in the Midwest region sees the Milwaukee Torrent down a man and tied with Cleveland SC. Shots pretty much going by way of Cleveland. Man advantage. A lot of things in their favor, but have not yet been able to capitalize off of it.
No, I think we could be seeing the effect, John, of Cleveland having played a game on Tuesday, right? Just when they need to find that extra gear, having to basically have driven from Cleveland to Minneapolis.
Well, can I be honest, Nate? The extra gear is keeping the ball instead of forcing things.
Yes,
That's your extra
agree, right?
That's your extra gear in this particular match.
I agree, but
they're doing it right now, and they're moving the ball side to side. It's very smart.
Mm-hmm.
Putting the pedal down and trying to win a track meet against a team that has more subs than you, not smart.
Corner put in, deflected, but Gonzalez is there. Gonzalez has done a great job today, John.
Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree. Coming up, the number one thing for me, and I mentioned it multiple times, is coming off his line so fast.
Mm-hmm.
There were 3-4 chances where he could have potentially been exposed, and he came in, got the ball first before the forward.
Yeah, Caballero trying to drive an attack, dropped by number 3 McAvenue, and Caballero was on the ground holding his.
I think it's a cramp.
Well, you'd hope, because here comes Cleveland on the attack.
Oh, great move by Beck.
Great move by Beck, who has had some slow legs as of late. He is dropped.
Beck is one of those guys where he's got Velcro on his shin guards, where like no matter what situation or what traffic he runs through, the ball just sticks to him.
Yeah.
I want to get some of that. Some stick 'em.
Stick 'em. Tabruzzi with the foul just outside the box.
It looks like Caballero is down right now still. And I think it is a cramping situation. I don't think he's injured.
No, he seems.
Just took a knock. Some guy from Milwaukee with a painted face is giving the ref an earful.
To paint a picture here, he's got a
lot going on.
The Milwaukee Torrent logo painted on his face, so he's got a white background with the blue anchor, like a Milwaukee-looking Joker.
That's a good way to describe it, Nate. Any guesses on stoppage for this one?
No, again, like
15
6 minutes in the first half. Minneapolis City had the longest I've seen in a while with 8 minutes of stoppage in our last home game. Can we beat that today? We'll see.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Good opportunity here.
Standing over the ball, number 8.
Schmidt.
Or number 6, Schmidt, sorry. Again, going for Vinny Bell. Couldn't find
another
him.
penalty kick.
They're calling that a penalty.
You know
Amazing.
what? I do not disagree with that.
Yeah.
I don't. He did stop. If we can look at a replay here. Well, that's just him in a heap.
One of those things I was looking at Vinny thinking about, oh man, that was exactly what that ball was supposed to go for, and then the collision behind him is what caused the penalty.
Well, he stopped, and then the guy went up for the header, and he didn't back into the player. He just stood his ground and didn't jump.
Yeah.
And then got absolutely worked on on top. But the Torrent players, here's where like I I hesitate to say this, but being a player who constantly always talked to the referee when I was playing, you're not going to overturn this call.
Yeah.
So let's hope your goalkeeper can make the save, and then potentially if he doesn't, you have more time on the clock to maybe get the goal back instead of complaining to the referee.
Sure. So here's Suljevic standing over
and then
penalty.
A guy
we're cramping right at the spot.
A guy just sat down in front of the ref. And he's gonna get a yellow card. Like that was clear time wasting tactic, or I don't know what you call it. Gamesmanship, delay. Is he icing the kicker? What do we call that?
Well, John, that's Tabruzzi, right? He's already on a yellow from the 10th minute. He's got to be careful with this attitude.
Well, the referee has a yellow card in his hand.
Yeah, he's ready.
So he already has a yellow card?
Tabruzzi?
Yeah.
He got a yellow card in the 10th. He was our first yellow.
We might have our second red card here.
Here we go. We're bringing on the trainer.
I mean, the referee has a red card in his hand, too, so Tabruzzi's getting sent off.
You think so?
What a dumb play. Dude, what are you doing, man? Why on earth would you do that, man?
Meanwhile, Cleveland players taking their time enjoying a stretch or two closer to midfield. Smart idea.
I don't believe it was a red card on the challenge. I think it was a red card on just literally walking past the referee and laying down
at the spot where the ball should be.
If I'm the other Torrent players, like number 17, Caballero.
Number 7, Cerro. You've had such a great game so far.
Get out of there. The referee has already made his decision. You're going to have an uphill climb, a big uphill climb here. And also, you know what they're doing? They're allowing Cleveland to start to take the time off here from playing and get refreshed.
Look at them taking a second water break.
Yeah.
Have a drink, Vinny Bell. While we're here waiting for whatever this rigmarole is getting worked out, let's talk about our friends at Pence Homes. If you're out there in this real estate market, look, it's tough in Minneapolis. You're struggling to compete against multiple offers. You've got houses that you think are the one, but all of a sudden a buyer comes over the top with some deep pockets or maybe some unrealistic demands. It's easy to get down on the buying and selling process. So maybe it's time that you let Pence Homes pick you up. From the best tools and technology to complete transparency throughout the buying or selling of your home, Pence Homes is a top choice for people looking to make a move. Pence Homes is a division of Keller Williams Classic Realty Northwest, and you can find them online at pencehomes.com.
Speaking of our next sponsor, TCO, and our wonderful trainer, been with us all season, she's now entered the fray into figuring out what the heck's going on over here. But while we're at it, Twin City Orthopedics, our lovely sponsor. Minneapolis City aren't winners by accident. Winners keep themselves in winning shape, and Minneapolis City is grateful to be in the good hands of people like Ann. From our longtime sports medicine partner, Twin Cities Orthopedics, TCO keeps the team properly trained and keeps our players on the field. You too, you and me, Nate, you at home listening, unless you're out of town, you too can have TCO on your side with a wide range of specialty services to help you achieve your goal of returning to full health and top performance.
And there it is, John. There's the red card.
Visit TCOMN.com.
Sorry to step on your sponsor read. There is the red card.
We already knew what was happening.
Yeah, he officially raises it.
Well, now that that's over, isn't it about time that you start to look like one of the cool dads like me and Nate? You know, the dads you see at the brewery with the perfect beards, maybe the tank top on, letting the muscles pop with the awesome hair, effortlessly hoisting their eternally happy children aloft. Well, now you can. With services ranging from the basics like routine haircuts, beard trims, super sexy advanced options like the specialty cut or a hot lather shave to make you feel like the king of dads, the king of kings. Southside Barber Lounge, located on 38th and Bloomington in Minneapolis, is your one-stop shop for men's grooming needs. Make an appointment today at southsidebarberlounge.com.
Praise.
All right, well, it looks as if number 10,
Adamir Suljevic.
Yeah, making a case for player of the region here, scoring a second goal on a spot kick.
Yeah. Worth noting then that Santiago Tabruzzi officially did get that red card finally in the 86th minute after about 5 minutes of delay. He knew it was coming. I'm not sure what he was doing laying on the turf.
Well, and now he won't get off the field.
Now he's
just get off the field, dude. You're already sent off, man. Just grab your water, get off the field.
And of course, we'll wait for that to happen before Suljevic.
I did all my sponsor reads. We can't talk about anything else.
The only thing we can talk about, John, if anyone's in town watching this, stream and they're hoping to come to that Minneapolis City game starting at 7,
better get here because it's gonna be packed.
You better get here. It's gonna be nuts. But also the good news is, if you have your program in hand all weekend, you can take that program to our new beer sponsor, Uda Pills Brewing, out there in Bryn Mawr neighborhood of Minneapolis. You get $1 off every single beer.
So it looks as if we're going to get back into action here as the referee's about ready to blow his whistle. Do you think he goes the same side?
No.
He did.
He did.
And he strokes it home.
He did. Gonzalez guesses the right way, maybe a little too late. And that is the second goal for Cleveland SC, putting them up with only, 3 minutes in regulation, but you got to assume there's going to be a good amount of extra time.
Yeah.
Now it might be only a formality for the rest of this game to play out.
If we're going to go back to the size of Gonzalez, a larger goalkeeper makes that save.
Yeah, he guessed right. He just couldn't get his hands on it.
And we have more substitutions for the Milwaukee Torrent. We'll get them going here in a second. It looks as if Connor Provan, number 13, is replacing Caballero, which great game from that guy.
Yeah, really, really tough how it's ending for him. Cerro also ran off the field. So it looks like we're going to have Byron Gutierrez coming on, number 33.
Looks like it.
And then we have a new...
and then you see Calero kicking our sponsor sign. Not a great look, man.
Come on. Respect the sponsor.
Some substitutions coming on for Cleveland here we'll get to in a second. But, I mean, what do you talk about now? I mean...
I don't know. It's tough. I think Milwaukee's trying to maintain a 4 at the back. You put Byron Gutierrez back there with Fabrica Torre. Dollenfeld's going to drop to the midfield.
Vinny Bell's in.
Provan. There's Vinny.
Oh, leaves Provan due to the substitute bench, just off the substitute bench, on the floor.
Beck able to put it back in.
Cleveland, just keep the ball. You're up 2 guys.
Yeah, that was Wixel trying to make that shot and didn't work, and now we've got a Cleveland man down. Is that Coney Archik?
Cleveland, just honestly, please listen, keep the ball.
John, that's Beatty coming in, number 23, going to replace Schmidt. Jonas Schmidt's had a great game so far.
Yeah, I think what he did a really good job of was keeping his composure after that yellow card.
That's for sure, because he was looking pretty fiery leading up to that. Ball played forward to Saveco. Can't get there.
Go around the metro.
Another sub coming in.
Number 21, Coney Archik.
Coney Archik out. Waiting to see who replaces him.
Well, there's not a. It's either going to be Andrew Nichols or Johnny Dundler. Doldner. Sorry, I'm terrible with names. I should not be doing this job.
You'll do better when your mom's listening.
I just want to talk about soccer. Nate, you do all the names.
John Doldner was a 2019 graduate of Ashland University, and you might know Ashland University because they play in the GLIAC. That is where former Minneapolis City Kevin Hoof played when he was up at Northern Michigan University.
We don't have a number 23, of course.
Of course we don't.
So I'll figure that out. You keep going.
Yeah, I mean, if that is Doldner, we don't even know.
Number 23.
Cleveland continuing to press forward, looking for the absolute dagger to put this Milwaukee team to bed.
That is Beatty. Beatty's number 23.
Oh, excellent.
So who did he come in for?
We just announced that. So Beatty came in for Schmidt.
Okay.
So that was
So
just,
they still have
just a slow sub.
So there's another sub coming on
Another
now.
one, yeah.
Yep. Keep the ball. Just
Keep
chill.
the balls.
Just chill.
Suljevic just chilling in midfield, hopefully keeping the ball. But there is Schmidt. So who knows? They must have made a change to the card, and they didn't let us know, to the substitute card.
That's right.
We missed the yellow card, John, issued to Milwaukee, number 23. That's Tony Dolenfeld here in the 90-plus minute. Well, at this point, it's just like, why?
If you're watching Fletcher, you hit it pretty spot on with what we can expect from this game.
Yep. He did predict 2-1 Cleveland.
He did.
He got it dead on.
He did.
Check out our podcast where we talked to the Nostradamus of the Great Lakes region, Fletcher Sharp, where he predicted this match and hopefully the next. The guy knows a lot about soccer in and around Michigan. Here's McAvenue doing a great job of maintaining possession, letting his team relax. Oh, here comes another card.
That's a very useless foul there.
Yeah, and there is a yellow card from Matias Lopez in the 90th plus minute.
Things
In
are
extra
starting
time.
to come unglued.
Yes. Good thing this referee has a whole box of Kraft singles in his pocket, because that's a lot of cheese that he's putting out.
A whole pack.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that the referee did a really good job today. I didn't see anything. If you're a Torrent fan, those 2 penalties, you might disagree with me. However, both warranted. Both fouls in the box.
Absolutely.
The yellow cards, yeah, they happened, but there was some reckless challenges.
I think just interesting on a number of levels how this Milwaukee team has, at one point in the first half, they looked the most threatening team. They seem to have the attack together. Cleveland seemed to be out of answers as Milwaukee was doing a great job of defending, and now they're down to 8 men.
Yeah.
And it all came unglued for them just because of disciplinary issues.
Yeah. I mean, game's over. Unless something really, really weird happens, right?
Yeah, some sort of a wild counter.
9 minutes minimum, we're told by the fourth official for substitutions here.
Wow. Well,
I like how they emphasize minimum.
grab a good book,
Yeah.
curl up on the couch. We've got 9 minutes of stoppage time, folks.
Another foul.
Another foul, and I think Milwaukee's going to go down screaming here.
And looks like our last substitution, Dundelar, is going to come in, and he comes in for number 18, Wixel. Wixel had a good game today.
John, this guy looks like a bruiser.
Wixel?
No,
Or-
Dundelar.
Yeah, he's got some substance. Substance to him.
Doldner.
Doldner.
And he's not even a defender. He's dropping back. He's central defensive right now.
Well, the smart play is to just lock up shop,
Yeah.
turn the lights off, get out of here.
Put your big guys in,
Get
clog
ready-
up the middle.
Get ready to play on Sunday.
I'll tell you, just when it looked like Cleveland had some slow feet, maybe we're worried about a little bit of fatigue off this quick turnaround from a Tuesday game, travel to a Saturday or to a Friday game. They found an extra gear. They were able to make some things happen and make
It's a good ball for
Milwaukee
Lopez.
Torrent make some mistakes.
I'm going to disagree with you, Nate. I don't think they found an extra gear. I think they just figured their stuff out.
That's a good point. That's a better way to put it.
They had bouts of what they needed to do, but let's not also talk about the fact that both of their goals came off penalties.
That's true. Matias Lopez attacking. We've got a long throw here. Gutierrez is up. Cable able to gather the ball and is just going to take his sweet time. He's got 9 minutes to just
Speaking
hang.
of someone who hasn't had much to do the second half.
Yeah, what happened to Cable? He was what happened in his end? He was able to
Shot on target if he keeps it in.
yeah. Oh no, you call that shot on target if the goalkeeper touches it?
Yeah.
That far off the box. All right. Yeah, Cable had a couple of crosses that looked dangerous that he did not seem interested in touching. One of which led to a goal, but after that, he has been just hanging out.
I mean, you start to look back at the 2 penalty kicks, Nate. Was it tired defending? Was it just unluckiness? You know, there's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
But if you're the Torrent, you're aggravated by the fact that, you know, your season may be over here with we have some time to play here.
Hey, we do, and Milwaukee is, well, for a second, seem to have some possession in and around the box.
But it's a tough way to go down 2 men.
Yeah.
Being down 2 men, that's your own fault. It really is, right?
Yeah, and to your point, I don't know if it was tired legs, right? I don't know if it was tired defending. I think when you think about the first one, it was Novak in a rough position, one-on-one. Bell had him beat, and it was his shoulder that tripped Bell up. In the second instance, just some.
The forward just staying his ground and just taking the foul.
Yeah, exactly, in the box, over the back.
Yeah. I mean, it's unlucky. You hate to bow out like that, but there's still some life here. I mean,
Yeah.
there's 47 minutes of extra time.
Milwaukee does seem interested in moving forward, and Velos is fouled, and there's a quick restart from Dolenfeld. Oh,
Just keep the ball.
Doldner
Man.
gives it away. And here's Dolenfeld again trying to make something happen, but Vinny Bell is on him with the foul.
This is not what you want to do at all.
They're going to put everyone in front of this ball, John.
I don't understand why the goalkeeper's not taking it instead of you're down 2 guys.
Yeah, Fabricatore is going to take this.
And a goal. Might as well.
Worst case scenario, goalkeeper puts that ball in and has to sprint back. Fabricatore goes wide to Lopez, who's going to put that ball in. He might have the more accurate situation. Cable coming out.
Good save by Cable.
Yeah,
It's probably the most action he's had.
I think that's the most we've seen him move.
Yeah.
Fabricatore again looking to lump a ball forward. He's got Lopez.
Good effort to
Lopez
win
can't
that ball
find
from
anyone on that
Lopez.
header. What can Vinny Bell do with this?
He's going to kill the game.
And that is Beck, who is onside. Fabricatore coming back with the slide tackle, but Beck maintains possession. And can Cleveland put it away?
Fabricatore
No.
is extremely lucky he didn't get a piece of Beck there because that would have been another red card,
Yeah.
being the last man back.
Here we go. Milwaukee trying to make something happen. All happening down this right side pretty much the entirety of the game. Gutierrez able to guard the ball.
From what we watched of you know, of the Torrent games we watched, of what we were told about them from other people, it's pretty much played out. Outside of the second half goal that they usually score.
Yeah, I think.
But you took off one of your best goal scorers in Filion.
To replace him with another one of your best goal scorers, Dolenfeld.
Who hasn't really gotten the ball because you've been down 2 guys.
Interesting choices when you could have probably had all 3 of them on the field at the same time at the beginning of the game.
Yep. And seeing that Cleveland was only throwing 1 and 2 guys forward, you probably could have gone to a 3-back and put those 2 guys up top together.
Yeah. This is why I like being in the booth with you, John. Tactical, great soccer mind.
Yeah, people probably don't care what I have to say though. I know they don't like it.
You get a lot of you get a lot of angry DMs.
I do, but
what does this guy know?
You know what? I just say it like I see it. If you don't like it, I'm sorry.
I'll tell you what, though, great effort by Milwaukee in this final 9 minutes of stoppage time.
Yeah, they're leaving it out there, which is what you want to see. It's just unfortunate that they had to be down 2 men. I mean, think about if they added another guy to that attack, maybe another goal comes in.
Yeah, I agree. Well, as it is, John, it looks like unless something insane happens here, with as we get to the last 10 seconds of the 9 minutes, Cleveland SC looks to advance into the Midwest Regional Finals
for the second. Well, we'll call it second year in a row, but that with COVID in the middle.
Sure, yeah,
the old COVID sandwich,
as they did in 2019, as they will do now in 2021. Awaiting the winner.
There it is.
There it is, officially. Cleveland SC is awaiting the winner of our next game, which will kick off starting at 7 p.m.
Maybe a little delayed, but
potentially. Minneapolis City SC against Carpathia
so
FC.
We're gonna take a quick break, folks. We'll break down what we saw in the second half, and we'll be back with you in a second. Thanks for joining us.
Goal scorer for the evening for Milwaukee Torrent, Ian Lucero. And with the brace for Cleveland SC at near 2-0.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Edor Nelson Field on the campus of Augsburg University. I'm John Bisworm, joined by Nate Morales. Man, what did we just see there? We saw a matchup of two of the top teams in the Midwest, unfortunately not going the way for the Milwaukee Torrent, as you see them blow a 1-goal lead at halftime, giving up 2 penalties in the second half, and going down 2 men with no real opportunity to come back into this game, which is unfortunate because they did have some good bouts coming back in after that goal was scored, the second goal was scored.
Yeah.
But with only 8 men, Nate, what are you supposed to do?
Well, I mean, John, it was a case of, it felt like clawing at a crumbling cliff, right? The Milwaukee Torrent saw the game slipping away after they gave up that first penalty. Their discipline did not hold up, and all of a sudden they're down 1 man, all of a sudden they're down 2 men as they keep trying to, I don't know, overexert themselves, make too big of a difference. It's too bad for Milwaukee that they're heading home because they were the number 2 seed in this region.
Yeah, but Cleveland's been here before, so you can tell by their play. I mean, I'm not giving Cleveland all the credit. It was 2 penalty kicks.
Sure.
But they still had to make the kicks. So I think that if I'm the casual supporter here, I'm a little let down by Milwaukee because they clearly could have won this game. A lot of tired legs in the second half, particularly for Cleveland, not having as many subs as you do. Just that undisciplinedness from one challenge that really wasn't dangerous on a yellow card. Get your second yellow card.
Yep.
The undisciplinedness to time waste the penalty kick because you have an injury right in front of the ref. Those are the things that cost you, and it cost Milwaukee Torrent the season. But they had a great season, finishing tops in their division, in the top 10 in the country. So congratulations to them for making it to the region and having a great season. But as far as this goes, we got 55 minutes until the one we want to talk about, which is Minneapolis City versus Carpathia in the other semifinal in the Midwest region. Unless you have anything, Nate, I'll just take this one out.
No, I'm just getting fired up for this game, John. This is what I've been waiting for all season, to be in the booth with you announcing the semifinal game.
Now you know the players, so that'll
it's going to be so easy.
All right, well, for Nate Morales, I'm John Bisworm. All of you watching at home, thank you so much for joining us. Hope we did your team justice. But we'll be back at you guys here shortly, maybe about 45 minutes, to talk about the pregame of the next semifinal matchup. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to our awesome sponsors, Uda Pills, TCO, Southside Barber Lounge, and of course, Pence Homes. Thank you very much for watching. We'll talk to you soon.